I have some beetroot right behind me, right here, and some over there that I need to harvest this morning because based on how they're looking and how hot the time is, I don't believe they'll be doing anything more. Those bulbs aren't going to bulb up anymore. My name is Mary if you're new here, and this here is our container garden in which we grow most of the fresh produce that we consume. At this present minute, we are not producing all that we need, but all that we want. What that means is we satisfy with what we have and what we have stored in the fridge and our onions and so on that are stored just on shelves. Just like that, we are making do with that until the garden start producing things like cucumbers and cabbages and those things again. But we're in the process of um what you call restoring the soil or replenishing the soil in the containers to plant those things, and so we're just making do with what we have. So we're gonna harvest those beets today. Let's see what we get. I can see a few that make sense, but then some just seem like it's bush. The bush is also useful, so I don't think I want these because guess what? I'm seeing a lot of pest pressure on them, and you know your girl afraid of insects. But look, we're getting nice ones from there, and I might just feed these to the greens to the rabbits so they won't go to waste. But I am terrified of eating worm, so some of these really tiny like this don't make sense. Well, let me put it here and feed them to the rabbits. I'm seeing good ones in there though. Not bad. Not bad at all. Some not so big, but guess what? We use beetroot for mainly juices, and so these are perfect to put in our juice. I'm getting a few, more than I think. Well, see, not bad. This one is little. I must say, I am pleasantly surprised. See, I'm not looking forward to this many big ones in the container back there. Look here already. See that? Ah, that is a pleasant surprise. Some are really small though. Like this is the one, but quite usable. So, ain't complaining. What is this? Look like a poblano pepper. Oh my, zinnias need watering. So I'm gonna replenish the soil in this container and let it sit for a bit and then replant something else in there, or replant beetroot. I just replant beets. Little ones like this, we can still see I can just wash it and not peel it. I've not crossed that bridge yet. I just feel like I need to peel it because it grew in the dirt. It's my mind, man. Right. Ooh, another sensible one over here hiding. Not bad, is it? A lot of teeny one in there. I just cover them down under the soil, allow them to rot and feed the soil. They're small but quite edible. looking up at my mulberry because I hear the birds, and the birds love our food just as much as we do. So try to first them in the mornings to get a few. Not bad. Small but not bad. Alright, these are small. I'm going to leave these in there. And just cover these down with soil. Fill this up some more. Yeah. Or I come back for some of these for the rabbits, or send one of the kids for them. Let's move on. This pepper plant is loaded with aphids. And it's these two bell peppers are doing the best in the garden now. I have to come out here with some soap water. And I'm seeing a white fly on there, so I'm going to have to put a piece of marigold. What I usually do when I have very limited marigolds in the garden, I just break a branch and stick it in there and it grows quickly. So, or just stick some near in the container right next to it here where the basil is. The basil help with hornworms and so on, but with the tomatoes, and hornworm like peppers too, but it does not help with the whiteflies or the aphids. So I might stick a piece of marigold in here. I have a few that are in the garden growing, but none close by. So I'm gonna get a branch and stick it. But in the meantime, I'm going to spray this off with some soapy water. I think I should do it right now. Let me get my soap water and come back. This is just regular this soap and water that I use, and this get rid of the aphids. This little spray bottle, I got it in um a garden set with a little tote in there, and it comes in so handy for small jobs like these. All right, I'm gonna come back and finish this up um right after. Let me just finish up with the beetroot harvest and then come back to this, because this is gonna take a little bit. This is where I'm going to harvest those. This container need to really fill up. I am seeing a few, not plenty, but I'll take what I get at this point. I'll definitely just take what I get. What are these little white things in there? Is white fly? Look like white flies on beetroot? Seriously? Can you believe that, guys? White flies on beetroot. Okay. First one is small, as I think most of these will be. Oh wow. These pests, they don't give not even beetroot get a break. Not even beets get to live in peace. My bird. And these kind of shaded out in and beets kind of like the shaded out parts of the garden, and they're still kind of small. Cause some of my things need watering, man. Need to hurry up and finish and get some watering done. White flies on beetroots. That is new. This one don't look too bad. Top break off. This one actually is a good size one. White flies on beetroot. I can't get over it. This one is actually a nice size one. Yeah. Sun is beautiful. Top break off. These should have been harvested already. No, some in there not so bad at all. Not bad. Not white flies. Love peppers. Who would have thought? Beetroot. Hmm? This might be one of the things that we have to purchase from the market for a couple of months because in the heat of summer they don't do very well. Some of them will grow like in the semi-shaded area, but they don't do very well in the heat of summer at all. So sometimes you just have to bite the bullet, as they would say. We try to grow all the things that we need to eat fresh, but some things when you're in the tropics just don't do well in the heat of summer. And because I garden on a small scale, not able to grow the amount I would like to store because beets can be pickled and last throughout the months when you're not able to grow them. But whenever I plant these things, most of them like these, we just eat them when we harvest them. So um I don't have a lot to preserve like that because we're limited to planting space. So it's just one of those things. I got a decent harvest. These I'm going to just cover up with fresh soil. The smaller ones that are remaining in there. Not much. Not a lot in there. So you can see. But I got quite a few. Let me take off the leaves off of them so you can see what we got. Alright, I'm going to just remove these leaves. Chances are my rabbits are looking for, well, I know they're looking forward to greens because I feed them greens every morning. So they'll be happy for these greens. I'm going to remove them and feed it to them. These beets might be small, but I am still so grateful because beetroot really do not thrive in the heat and it has been so hot. I mean, here in Jamaica it is hot all year round, but during the summer months it's pelting hot. So I am grateful for these small beets, and we're going to make juice with the tubers because we love juice. Usually we either do juice or I include them in things like coleslaw. We like to just add them to coleslaws and salads like that, but for the most part we enjoy drinking the juice. So we're going to be making some juice with these and of course feeding the bunnies with the greens. Even these tiny ones I'm going to use to make juice. I'm still trying to wrap my head around using them without peeling off the skin. I know there's nutrients in there, guys, I know, but I'm not at that place yet. Not at that place yet, guys. So I'm going to continue to peel them for now until I develop the courage to eat the skin as well. Even carrots, I still remove the peel from the carrots when I'm going to cook them. I don't know if it's because they're underground, but take a look at this, guys. It's not a bad harvest. Look at it. I am grateful. Oh, I forgot I can show you through the basket. I forgot my basket is transparent, man. It's not a bad harvest, is it, guys? Let me know in the comments. What do you think at this time of the year? I'm gonna give these to my bunnies because I know they're up there waiting with bated breath. Look at that. It's a lot of nutrients, and in return I'll get some manure. Why not? Hey babies, are you guys hungry? I don't think you are. You just prefer the greens because I know you have feed in your feeders. You just prefer the greens, right babies? That's yummy. Be careful now, man, you fall out. These are Miss Rose's babies. All of these, all 11 are her babies. Hi, Miss Rose. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. Be careful, man, you fall out. Oh, guys, they're so cute and cuddly and friendly. Gosh, they're beautiful rabbits. All of these babies are for Miss Rose. She's a good mother. Alright, let me give some to my other baby mommy. This is Charlotte and her crew. She has 6 babies in there with her, and she's a bush girl. She loves veggies, all types. And this is Ava with the attitude. She loves veggies too. All the rabbits love veggies. Hi, Ava girl. There. Enjoy, mama. Well, you're not a mama. Look at this other one. He's so cute. Cute babies. Alright, I need to give the boys some love as well. I need to feed my boys too. I have my white boy down here. I'll be keeping my white boy. He's the only boy of his batch. And I took him away from his sisters because he's jumping on them. And he also loves his greens. And his dad is right next door to him. This is Mr. Roy, big boy. He's huge. He's the dad of all the babies that I have. All the babies. He is a super dad. Now, to my last boy, this is Eric. And Eric is so docile and sweet. He's the sweetest, cleanest rabbit I have. And he is Rose's and Roy's son. He's so sweet and friendly. All the rabbits are friendly except for Ava. Ava is just naughty. Alright, let me go back and get my harvest. It feels good to be able to garden, and you're eating as well as your animals, and your animals are able to provide you with some lovely manure. Alright, so this is where I take my leave for this morning. Thank you so very much for joining me in the garden. Appreciate you. Again, I believe this is a blessing. From my 2 little containers, I can go ahead and make juice today for my family, for good nutrients that we really need. This enrich your blood. This is not professional advice, by the way. Loaded with antioxidants. Almost all vegetables that have some red pigment in there as antioxidants present. Yeah, so that's good for inflammation in your body, and for people who are close to arthritis like me, good for your joints, man. So this is where I'm gonna leave it for today. Thank you again for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow in the garden. Please remember to like and leave your comments, subscribe if you've not already done so, and please share the videos for persons to enjoy just as much as you do. All right, thank you guys, and take care. I'm coming back to spray off the rest of my aphids. I'm not even taking that up with me because I'm coming back.